Force, the Jedi. All of it.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Star Wars theories that turned out to be true.
Search your feelings, you know it to be true.
For this list, we'll be looking at rumors and speculations about the Star Wars universe that were eventually confirmed, or partially confirmed. Many of these theories hinge on major plot points, so consider this your spoiler alert. Are these not the theories you're looking for? Comment below with any theories you think should have made our list. Number 10. Qui-Gon's Return, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Master Qui-Gon. Master.
After Disney announced the production of its Obi-Wan Kenobi miniseries, fans immediately began predicting which characters would reappear. Of course, at the top of the list was Obi-Wan's Jedi teacher, Qui-Gon Jinn.
It's too late. No. Obi-Wan.
Although Qui-Gon died in Episode 1 of the Star Wars prequels, it didn't keep fans from speculating about his return via the Force. To further build anticipation, fans cited Yoda's conversation with Obi-Wan at the end of Revenge of the Sith, where he explains his intent to teach Obi-Wan how to commune with his old master.
An old friend has learned the path to immortality. One who has returned from the netherworld of the Force, your old master.
Qui-Gon.
When the series finally aired, Jinn lovers were not disappointed, because that reunion finally came in the final scene of the series finale.
Well, took you long enough.
Beginning to think you'd never come.
I was always here, Obi-Wan. You just were not ready to see.
Number 9. Rey's parents aren't Jedi. Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. Star Wars fans are never the type to underanalyze. So after Rey was first introduced in The Force Awakens, there were a plethora of theories, especially about her past.
I know all about waiting. For my family. They'll be back. One day. Come on.
Given the film's shrouded insinuations surrounding her parents, the reigning assumption was that Rey had a secret backstory and lineage, perhaps even relation to the Skywalker family. However, some fans also held to the idea that Rey's parents were utterly normal, which is what Kylo Ren tells her in The Last Jedi.
They're filthy junk traders who sold you off for drinking money. The dead in a pauper's grave in the Jakku Desert. You have no place in this story. You come from nothing.
Ultimately, the resolution comes in The Rise of Skywalker, where it's revealed that Rey does have a shocking family tree, but not one that leads to Jedi Knights.
You don't just have power. You have his power. You're his granddaughter. You are a Palpatine.
Number 8. Ahsoka Lives, Star Wars Rebels.
A youngling? And who are you supposed to be?
I'm Ahsoka. Master Yoda sent me.
When Ahsoka debuted as Anakin's Padawan in the Star Wars The Clone Wars film, many fans were skeptical. But over the course of the Clone Wars series, she became a fan favorite. By Star Wars Rebels, Anakin had become Darth Vader, and Ahsoka faced her former master in the Season 2 finale.
Anakin Skywalker was weak. I destroyed him.
Then I will avenge his death.
Revenge is not the Jedi way.
I am no Jedi.
Her fate was left ambiguous as the temple collapsed around her. The next season saw her still absent. However, fans remained hopeful that she had somehow survived.
Ahsoka?
Ezra? You look... Wait. What happened? Where am I?
It took some doing, with Ahsoka pulled into a mystical plane between time and space, but she did return, and her story has continued with appearances in live-action series.
I've been expecting you.
Then you know what I want.
Number 7. The Death of Han Solo, Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. Let's be real, we smelled this one from far off.
Han Solo. I've been waiting for this day for a long time.
Harrison Ford's gripes with his character on Star Wars are long-standing, so it made sense that he campaigned to have Han put to rest. He even expressed his decades-long campaign to kill off Han in an interview on Jimmy Kimmel Live.
You work for like 25 years for the company.
Yeah.
You do your best. You show up every day. You do your job. And then they just let you go.
So when it came out that Han Solo was returning in The Force Awakens, one of the first ideas espoused by fans was that it was likely the final appearance for the scruffy-looking space smuggler. Ultimately, director J.J. Abrams obliged the actor's request, giving Solo the epitaph Ford longed for.
Thank you.
Number 6. Darth Maul Lives On, Star Wars The Clone Wars. Although he spoke only 31 words in The Phantom Menace, Darth Maul emerged as one of the few appreciated characters from the first Star Wars prequel.
At last we will reveal ourselves to the Jedi. At last we will have revenge.
Darth Maul was so adored that fans had difficulty accepting his death, even though he was cut in two by Obi-Wan Kenobi. Many wishfully theorized that by some miracle, he had made it out alive. This hope turned into fact as the Star Wars cinematic universe expanded.
You have a brother.
A brother? But all of my kin were killed.
Not all of them. He lives in the Outer Rim, in exile.
Darth Maul got a new lease on life in the animated show Star Wars The Clone Wars. But that wasn't it for Darth. He's made additional appearances in Star Wars Rebels and Solo: A Star Wars Story.
Kira, you and I will be working much more closely from now on.
Number 5. Vader's appearance in Rogue One. Rogue One: A Star Wars Story. Announcements of Rogue One's timeline built heavy anticipation surrounding the potential role of Darth Vader.
Lord Vader.
You seem unsettled.
No, just pressed for time. There's a great many things to attend to.
The film's narrative centers on the rebellion's plot to steal the Death Star plans. That's all it took for fans to begin piecing together their theories on how they felt Vader would be portrayed. The predictions turned out to be wildly accurate. Rumors suggested that, in line with the film's grittier tone, Vader would be displayed as more of a vivacious, ruthless, and terrifying warrior. And they got what they wished for. They also clairvoyantly predicted that Rogue One would end right where A New Hope kicked off, with Vader hunting down Princess Leia's ship.
The transmission we received. What is it they've sent us?
Hope.
Number 4. Leia's Force Potential. Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi. Perhaps one of the oldest running Star Wars fan theories is Leia's ability to use the Force.
Her resistance to the mind probe is considerable. It'll be some time before we can extract any information from her.
The original trilogy dropped a handful of hints, such as her resistance to the Empire's mind probe, or her ability to sense Luke when he was near. We knew the Force ran strong in her family, but it wasn't until The Last Jedi that we got confirmation of her abilities, when Leia used the Force to fly through space. The revelation left some fans a bit baffled, as it felt like a wild shift from vague Force sensitivity to immense powers. It later turned out that Leia had trained under Luke before choosing a different path.
Leia told me that she had sensed the death of her son at the end of her Jedi path. She surrendered her saber to me and said that one day it would be picked up again by someone who would finish her journey.
Number 3. Luke exiled himself. Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. The trailer for The Force Awakens left fans with a burning question. Where's Luke? While a few theories jostled for support, the one that became dominant was that Luke had gone into self-imposed exile.
Luke Skywalker. I thought he was a myth.
This was largely based on an article published on Making Star Wars, in which editor-in-chief Jason Ward said that friends in the know had told him crucial plot elements. Luke had become so powerful, he said, that he began to lose control of his Force abilities. As it turns out, Luke abandoned the galaxy for very different reasons.
He was training a new generation of Jedi. One boy, an apprentice, turned against him, destroyed it all. Luke felt responsible. He just walked away from everything.
However, it was true that he went into exile. Number 2, Boba Fett Lives. Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. When Boba Fett disappeared into the maw of the Sarlacc in Return of the Jedi, the fanbase refused to accept that the galaxy's most beloved bounty hunter could go so gently into his good night.
After a beat, the gloved Mandalorian armor gauntlet of Boba Fett grabs onto the sand outside the Sarlacc pit, and the feared bounty hunter pulls himself from the maw of the sand beast.
For years, fans brooded over their belief in his resurrection, citing C-3PO's observation about the Sarlacc's slow digestive tract.
In his belly you will find a new definition of pain and suffering, as you are slowly digested over 1,000 years.
Then one fateful day, Star Wars historian J.W. Rinsler revealed that George Lucas himself had confirmed that Boba lived on. For fandom, the word of Lucas was equivalent to ex cathedra, and it put the matter of Fett's survival to rest for good.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. The Death Star's design. Rogue One, a Star Wars story.
The target area is only 2 meters wide. It's a small thermal exhaust port right below the main port. The shaft leads directly to the reactor system. A precise hit will start a chain reaction which should destroy the station.
How could a moon-sized space fortress have such a fatal flaw? It's a question that has plagued Star Wars fans for a long, long time.
You're all clear, kid. Now let's blow this thing and go home.
Ever since the first Star Wars film graced the silver screen, viewers have flung theories far and wide, attempting to explain how the Empire could overlook something so critical. One theory argued that the Death Star's flawed design was intentional, resulting from an inside job.
I've placed a weakness deep within the system, a flaw so small and powerful they will never find it.
After decades of wondering, Rogue One finally confirmed the theory and identified the architect. The movie reveals how the flaw was a trap planted by an Imperial scientist who came to realize the Empire's wicked intentions with the space station he was ordered to build.
The reactor module, that's the key. That's the place I've laid my trap. It's well hidden and unstable. One blast to any part of it will destroy the entire station.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.